Hey, this is Tina Lorenz, and today I want to show you my tiny home mobile office. We're going to take a little tour, and I'm going to show you how freelancing can be done from anywhere at all. But in my case, it's usually, if we're traveling, in a office that's got wheels on it. And so there's been a lot of questions, a lot of curiosity about it. I've been doing this for ever since I came online, which was 2004. We started RVing before that, and then we've just evolved with our various types of mobile offices. I do all the driving. My husband's legally blind, and so one of the things I had to learn along with learning how to write the copy was to drive the vehicle, right? And so let's take a look. I'm going to show you. I've put together a little tour that I'm just going to show you as a video because that's the easiest way to do that right now. So let's take a look at that. Hey there, Tina Lorenz here, even though I'm behind the camera right this minute. But I've had so many questions about the mobile office, so I thought I'll just give you a really quick peek. Our first peek at the mobile office. So this is the cockpit where I drive from. All the bells and whistles look like I'm getting ready to take off in a 747. It's a 12-speed automatic with a 450-gallon diesel fuel tanks. And those are, yes, you might want to catch those, are very luxurious homemade cup holders because the cup holders would not keep our cups upright. So my husband got a couple pieces of PVC pipe, very, very high end, but it works really well. And then let's just zoom over here. We had all these, basically we tore this completely apart when we purchased it and redid it. And so I want to show you one of the things I love about it is this. Whoops, there we go. This is our color changing fireplace. As you see, the colors are going to start turning. Imagine that there be any purple in there, right? And it actually can heat the whole entire rig, so we really enjoy that. Turn it back off because it's very warm here in Tucson today. And then on the top, I'll move back up so you can see what's happening here. We have this happening. And we have a satellite on the roof, so we get full satellite access for all over the country whenever we're traveling, so we can watch any of the shows we want to watch or movies or any of those things. And so that's how that works. And so we end up with the fireplace and the television like that. So then over here, this is the custom love seats that we had, theater seating. They're electric. I'm not going to show you that right now, but the feet come out. There's a bin in the middle. There's armrest. This is my office. My computer's not here right now because I just got a new one, and so we're still getting it set up. But normally right in front of the purple chair is my iMac, which we secure to the desk, and it rides along just fine. We have a wireless printer in there. This is a dog crate for our youngest dog in case she gets a little too curious. We had a custom crate made, so, had to be purple. We have house features, a house-size sink. We have induction cooktop. We have convection oven that cooks with light as well as acts as a microwave. We have our pantry. We have a house-size refrigerator, small one, but it's house refrigerator that we managed to put in there. So that runs off electric. The roof is covered with solar panels. And we have a house-size shower and all the accoutrement of a bathroom and a washroom, a separate toilet area here, and a queen-size bed here, another 55-inch television up there, and a wardrobe that slides out at the back. So that's a really quick tour of the mobile office. Zooming around, hang on, and this is the view from back to front. So that's Chapter 1 of how we travel in the mobile office. And if you want to ask any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. Always happy to discuss how we have a travel lifestyle. And being a freelance copywriter has allowed me to work from anywhere we are, including right here. So there you go. I made a mistake on the size of our fuel tank, as you may have noticed. I didn't even realize it afterwards. I was like, oh, are you kidding? No, we don't have that big of a fuel tank. But still, with the fuel prices the way they are right now, it can cost us for half a tank anywhere from $400 to $500, maybe more by the time this is online. But you know what? The thing is, as a freelancer, the whole point is that's how you can fund all of these things. And I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax advisor or anything like that. But if you set things up properly with your tax people, it's possible that some of the aspects of having a tiny home mobile office also can be infused into tax deductions for you, depending on how you're traveling and how you have all of your business structured. So, but the thing is, I hope that you enjoy seeing a look of the inside, but as I was putting that together, I thought, I'm going to show you the rest of the story because it wasn't always like this. We had to start from somewhere. We had to start from scratch, right? And so I'm going to show you right now exactly how we did start which was like this. This was our very first mobile office, you might call it. Actually, at the time we had this, I didn't even have a clue about what I could do as a freelancer. We just knew we wanted to be able to travel. We didn't have any money. This was a really old motorhome even then. And it was gas powered. It was just had all kinds of issues. It was in a beautiful location. That was up at one of the calderas in Oregon, where we lived in Central Oregon. And a caldera is a lake that's left from after a volcanic eruption many, many thousands of years ago. And so it makes some very beautiful areas in Central Oregon. So that's how we started, is just like this. And so let's take a look at where we progressed to. So we ended up with a custom built fifth wheel, and that truck is called a medium duty truck. And there's a whole story about how that came to be that has to do with setting an intention and really focusing on what we desired to have appear into our life. And that's exactly how we ended up with the medium duty truck. So this was on Blue Ridge Parkway up in traveling through the eastern side of the country. And this is another thing that happens with the mobile office. We go to events. This was in Chicago, way back at the systems seminar. We parked it in the parking lot at the event hotel, and we had guests. Some of the speakers came out and hung out with us in the mobile office. They had a big satellite. You can see the satellite on the roof for television and not at that time, not internet that way. But that's another thing that we travel with MiFis. There's a mobile internet devices, so I can get internet from wherever we are. We just added a new dimension to that I'm going to talk about on a different video that I'll be preparing for you for YouTube, but not today. So this was the first rendition inside that. That's called a fifth wheel. That mobile office, that type of RV is called a fifth wheel. And this was, we had custom hickory done all throughout. And this is my small mobile office at the time. And you can see right from the start, I've always had some type of an iMac. We'd travel with it, and had a desk with file drawers. The printer was hidden in the cupboard. And this was, we had several mobile offices in between, but this was the most recent one we bought it used. It's called a Renegade. It looks like a semi. It's built on a heavy duty truck chassis. As you can see, it looks quite large. It's 45 feet long, and then have my lime green Jeep Rubicon behind it. But these particular types are called a classic, and they're always white. And I'm kind of about Technicolor all the time. And so we just had this goal of, well, we really just didn't want it to be just plain vanilla. But also we had to do a lot of customizing. So what we had to do was completely have it torn apart. And so this was while it was underway. We took it to Bristol, Indiana, where they tore the thing completely apart. You see the sides are off, and we were installing new LED lighting, all new flooring, the whole wall on the side there. You can see right on the, I'm going to get my hand in the right place here. On the side, you can see where the flat screen, that was a window, actually, and we were going to build in where a flat screen TV would go. We were taking down the TV that hangs up on the wall. So we can't have that kind because my husband's legally blind. So we have to figure out a way that he'll be able to have some ability to enjoy television and be able to see. But this was while it was underway, and we had a whole new roof put on. I mean, just everything from ground up. We rebuilt this thing, covered the roof with solar panels, all kinds of things that we did to it. And this is what we ended up with for the office area. So one of the things we do, and here's a tip for you if you're creating a little tiny home mobile office for yourself, is we choose to sacrifice a dinette area to be able to make an office area for me. And we've had several different iterations of this, but this is what I have right now. This is the way that the mobile office is configured. So there's a flip up on the end. You can see on the left-hand side that folds down when we're driving. My iMac is securely attached to the top of the desk at all times. We drive with it there. My husband figured out a way to do that. And I always travel with a real desk chair. There's bookshelves built in to the cabinets. The printer is wireless and it pulls out on a tray. And above the printer, there is another, a small drawer pulls out, and it makes another a surface where we can sit with chairs if we want to use it as a small table for when we're eating. And that's still, at this point, that still has the older love seat that was there. We had electric love seat, but we've since upgraded to that. And what you just saw on the video, so the hot kind of fuchsia pink, we had those custom built as well, so for theater seating. But this is, of course, the printer gets pushed back in, and the flip up on the end gets put down, and the whole slide that's in a I think is 18 feet long slide out on that side of the mobile office. So that's extended when we're parked, and it's retracted when we're driving. But that's how that looks.
Now, speaking of the vanilla, we couldn't deal with that. It took us a few years, but we finally found the kind of custom painter, the company we wanted to be able to paint them, called CDI. They're up in northern Iowa. And so we took the mobile office up there. My husband, even though he's legally blind, he's got inner vision, and he completely designed the whole scheme of what it would look like on the outside. We used Jeep colors because we always have a Jeep that we tow. And so we had 4 different Jeep colors in the design. The fellows that did all the painting loved doing this. They thought it was so much fun because they actually paint Winnebagos. They paint all the Winnebagos there. And it's pretty much classic paint job as you would expect on kind of the traditional, shall we say, RV painting. We're kind of not traditional at our house. And so this was while we were underway with the painting. We left it there for a number of weeks and went back to Arizona and then came back to pick it up. But this is while they were working on it, and they were sending us some photos of how it was going with the progress. And this is what we ended up with. This is that same plain vanilla, now looking like super dazzling. We just love it. We get lots of comments on it everywhere we go. We're easy to spot, so you may see me sometime. Well, on one of my trips cross country, this was taken up in the high plains of New Mexico, and when we were bringing it back from Iowa to Arizona. So I stopped to get a good photo of it, and there you see what was able to be done. And this is the thing, we can customize any kind of RV. You can rip it apart, start over again, do whatever you need to do to make it work for you and make it a happy little tiny home for yourself when you want to be traveling on the road. Here's a picture of it with the slide extended in the back. There's a slide out on the other side that you can't see. The satellite's up for television, and the Jeep was already hooked on the back to getting ready. This is when we were leaving Iowa. And the Winnebago graciously let us stay in their RV parking lot that they use for when they're working on Winnebagos. They let us stay there as well because we'd gotten the paint job done there. So we were getting ready to roll on that one. So some of the wonderful things about being a freelancer and being able to have a mobile office. This is actually this is a photo I took at Grand Teton, and it means a lot to me because it's where I wrote my first copywriting project. I wrote from Grand Teton. Now, it was really a much older RV that we had when we first started, but it was still the mobile office even then. And so we went to Grand Teton because that was someplace we had always wanted to go, kind of a bucket list place. And it's really a magical place as well. We captured this photo of the Grand Tetons reflected in the lake there. And so I have a lot of fond memories of that. But this is not unusual to have these kinds of views from where we're working when I'm on the road with the mobile office. Here's another one from the coast of Oregon, Central Coast, and another one of our favorite places, and just another beautiful place to be. And so the thing with freelancing is that you can fund being able to have a mobile office if you build a successful business and still travel wherever you want, work for wherever you want, and just enjoy the lifestyle. Though I have to warn you, there is one thing. You may get in a different kind of traffic jam. And this is what I call the Buffalo Jam when we were in Yellowstone. And we were literally on the road and they were coming towards us in a wave of buffalo. And everybody had to stop. They actually had park rangers escorting them while we all waited while they slowly made their way, right? And so they were literally streaming on both sides of us as we were sitting there in the mobile office and able to look out and hear them kind of grunting and clattering along as they moved their family up the road. So it's just been such a wonderful thing to be able to travel in this way and have a mobile office. I want to assure you that there's a way to run your business completely in this lifestyle if you choose to. When you become a freelancer and in my case, freelance copywriting has been really the golden ticket to be able to create the freedom lifestyle, to be able to work part-time, to be able to make an incredibly ample and abundant revenue stream. From the time I started, it's never failed me since 2004. I have to kind of laugh when people say, well, aren't you worried about job security? I know, I actually think people in traditional jobs might be the one that need to worry about job security, because you can create your own security by being a freelancer. And now more than ever, marketers need copywriters. There are endless needs for companies that are selling supplements, for people selling coaching programs, for individual entrepreneurs that are bringing their own products online or their own services or whatever they may offer, and especially with funnels, with marketing funnels. But that's, again, a topic for another day. But being a freelancer is the ticket to be able to live the lifestyle that you desire. And we kind of enjoy the best of both worlds. We have a property in Florida where we go with the mobile office if we want to stay for extended periods of time. We have our place in Tucson that's actually brick and mortar. We have a really what we call the hacienda here in Tucson. We really enjoy this as well. And also, I didn't put a photo in here, but we also have one thing you have to be careful of. It's kind of like owning rabbits, because sometimes if you have a mobile office for a very long time, they start to multiply. But we actually have a small RV as well. We have a 4-wheel drive built on a Sprinter van. So it's kind of the satellite office when we're in a hurry and just want to make tracks really quickly. We have a small one as well. And so, so I guess you can tell by now that really just love having this type of lifestyle. I'm going to also be telling you how we do the internet, how we make those connections. I have never kept it a secret from any of my clients that we travel in this way. I've had clients fly in for marketing intensives to wherever we were in various parts of the country, in Florida, in Las Vegas, in Arizona, Washington, D.C. We've even had them fly into Mexico to meet with me for marketing intensive, to analyze what they have for marketing and make the recommendations. And so there's so many ways you can leverage the abilities that you have as a freelancer. If you're a freelance writer, I highly recommend that you take a look at the most profitable way to be a freelance writer, which is freelance copywriting. I'm going to have lots of links down in the description from this YouTube video. So if you'd like to be able to watch a couple more of the videos that are talking about exactly how you have that freedom lifestyle and what some more of the tips and the 5 biggest mistakes that copywriters make when they're first getting started, so you don't make those as well. And also have some free resources that we're putting into the description for you as well. So thanks again for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of the mobile office. I'm happy to answer questions. If you have any comments, and subscribe so you don't miss one of these videos. I'm happy to answer any questions you might want to put in the comments about how this lifestyle all comes together with freelance copywriting. And I sure would like it if you liked it as well. Give it that smack on the like, and I'll be talking to you again really soon. Thanks again. Bye for now.